Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yasodhanandana Rajajanaranjana Yasodhanandana Rajajanaranjana Yamuna Tira Panachari Tira Yamuna Tira Panachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihare Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yasodhanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yamuna Tira Panachari Yamuna Tira Panachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Stota Saraswati A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Shri Shri Gurnitai Shachi Shuti ki Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Shabhadu ki Shri Shri Radha Parisishwara ki Guntaraj Onas Caitanya Caritamrta Shri Caitanya Caritamrta ki Jai Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai Shri Priyat Mridanga ki Jai Shri Prabhupada's Transcendental Book Marathon ki Jai Gauda Premanandi. All glorious to the assembled devotees, all glorious to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glorious to Shri Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namani Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvasesha Sanyavadi Pastacharesha Tarine. Push forward there. Pushing movement. What happened there? I don't know. We shall have to retract. I think there's no internet here, is there? Yeah, we got it now. Okay. Hare Krishna. So we'll start, just read out the scores for the sankirtan from yesterday. Harinam took place also in Leal, with all the exciting aspects. Before we start, I'd just like to appease the devotees. Some of the devotees unknowingly broke the fast yesterday on Ekadashi. Some completely unknowingly by miscommunication, and some just by maybe inattention or whatever, forgetfulness or something. Miscommunication was with the ladus. They were meant for Giriraj, but someone said they were for the devotees or something, and that they were Ekadashi ladus. Yeah, well, you can make Ekadashi ladus. We have to make them with buckwheat flour or something like that. But anyway, and some devotees were so hungry maybe when they got back, I heard they were eating rice. And some devotees enthusiastically distributed the cookies not only to the public but to themselves also. And maybe a few other scenarios took place yesterday, I do not know. But those ones are known factors. Maybe those who are who are involved in it now are still recovering somewhere. I'm not sure if they're here or not. But anyway, those are some of the instances yesterday. But Vidura saved us by the skin of her teeth by bringing peanuts and cheese to deliver us all from starving hunger. It wasn't that bad. I hope the devotees weren't just eating cookies because they were hungry. I hope not. Anyway, that will be worked out, don't worry. It was Ekadashi, it's a little unusual things happen on Ekadashi. And it's not when you, well, here's an appeasement, huh? Maybe you've read Bhakti Siddhanta Vaibhav, book by Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj. And there you'll find reference from some of Prabhupada's godbrothers that Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj told his preachers if they need to eat grains on Ekadashi, they can eat grains. Now that's not an excuse. We should therefore, oh, that's a good program. I'll eat all the Mahaprasadam and go on a Sankirtan. I won't do anything on Sankirtan. I'll just eat the Mahaprasadam and go on Sankirtan. No, we shouldn't take that as an excuse. But the point is, you're given therein that, they are very important to follow Ekadashi if we want to advance in spiritual life, at least the minimal standards. But sometimes, unknowingly or even knowingly, it may not happen. Sometimes somebody mixes some powdered spice into the kitchery. And really speaking, most powdered spices are not Ekadashi. There may be exceptions, but unless you make your own, they're generally not Ekadashi. There may be many other things that sneak in there that are not Ekadashi, really. And Prabhupada wasn't a fanatic. Of course, obviously you have to do a Nirjala Ekadashi fast today. That's obvious. He wasn't a fanatic. Is that right? Huh?
So is there from mood distribution?
Oh no, you have to double your scores. Atonement from yesterday. Oh, he was looking forward to it. No, you don't have to do that. In fact, you don't even have to fast today. Just carry on. And if you really are really serious, there is one day of the year with some devotees. It's a new thing. I never probably even mention it once, but there is one day of the year where called Nirjala Pandava Ekadashi, right? February the 29th, isn't it? February the 29th, is that right?
Yes.
He says yes, it must be. Once every 4 years. Anyway, some devotees do that. Well, not that we should therefore break Ekadashi every day of the year and then fast one day. Maybe Bhima did that, maybe. And we're not Bhima. If you can work like Bhima, you can do that. He's a voracious eater. Huh? Anyway, don't get mental about it, please. It wasn't purposeful, it was accidental, and it's a lesson to learn. To be a little bit more careful in the future. And those who are starving hungry, I think Krishna will forgive you, for sure. Or there's nothing else or whatever. But try to avoid it, please. So anyway, we get to the scores yesterday, which were phenomenal. Scores yesterday. I don't know if we've got all the scores, but we've got what we've got. Probably we do. Some of the regulars didn't report yesterday. So 22 devotees reported scores yesterday. And in the morning on Sankirtan, it was funny, we were going through Garden Nor. Some of you were with us. I don't know who was with us. But 3 or 4 of us were going through Garden Nor at around about 2:30 yesterday. And we were going down the elevator, and I saw going up the elevator was your wife and Priyarani. We were going down the elevator. You call it elevator? I think you stand on, they go down. And then meanwhile, we're going down there, coming up, like this. And 2 minutes later, there was the Nepali tiger running, coming back down again, and came with us on Sankirtan. And so we had an extra hand on Sankirtan yesterday, on the afternoon. In the morning, I believe the ladies, some of them went out on Harinam, was that right? They didn't do many books, they didn't do any books. Huh? Your wife did one. Basumati Manjari did one small book. I guess that was on the Harinam in the morning, come on. Haribol. Yeah. She beat me, normally I'm bottom, but she beat me yesterday. And then Nitai with one Mahabig book, Nitai Gosundar Prabhu. And with one Mahabig book, first time ever on our chart, Gargacharya Prabhu. Most of you don't even have a clue who he is. He lives in Avignon, and he's a very old devotee, maybe 40, over 40 years practicing devotee. He came to New Mayapur this year with a whole team of devotees, and they bought a lot of books from New Mayapur. So maybe he's done a lot more, but I don't know, because Devaki Pran is his friend. He did one Bhagavad Gita. Jai. And then Anastasia, she joined us somewhere along the line, I think. Anyway, whether it was yesterday or the day before, I don't know. But she started her marathon with one Bhagavad Gita. Jai. And first day out again yesterday. These were all first timers, these 3. In fact, there's 4 in a row, first timers. 5 in a row. With one magazine and one Arabic book, Rajendra Madhava Prabhu. Yeah, he soldiered on out there. And then in the reunion team, first time I think reporting also with 2 Mahabig books, Ramapriya Devi Dasi. And then also from reunion with 3 Mahabig books, Vaidhanath Prabhu. Don't even know who he is. And then in tours with 4 Mahabig books, Sundar Gopal Prabhu. And then, as I said, who joined us running down the stairs, a Nepali tiger, with 4 Mahabig books, 1 small book and 2 magazines, Priyarani Devi Dasi. And then again in reunion with 5 Mahabig books, Dayanidhi Prabhu and Vrindarani Devi Dasi. And then me, with 4 Mahabig books, 3 medium, 2 small, and 1 magazine. It was interesting. The first 2 people gave 20 euros each for the Bhagavad Gita. The next one gave 10. So good donations. Unusual for me. And then with 3 Mahabig books, 6 small books, and 1 Arabic book, just a stop off on their way down south, Devaki Pran Prabhu. And then with 11 Mahabig books, we're getting to the big guns here now. 11 Mahabig books, 5 medium books, 1 small book, and 3 magazines. Dayanidhi Prabhu. Somehow or another, he hasn't cottoned on yet to distribute 50 Arabic books a day. He's not doing any. No Arabic books. You're not doing any, huh?
I forgot to take.
You forgot to take one. You could have got more points if you'd taken the Arabic books, don't you realize that?
I will follow in the footsteps of...
Yeah, I'll tell you where to go, okay, so you can beat him today.
I will go to Sunday.
Barbesh is the best place. All Arabs there. You went there, didn't you? No.
We did Clignancourt together.
Oh, that's nowhere near as good as Barbesh. Barbesh was really good. I mean, poor old Gorabakti, he almost ran for his life when we went there. I went there with, he speaks Arabic. I went there with him and he almost ran for his life. I couldn't understand what they were saying. They were threatening to kill him if he didn't get out of there. Others came out, give me sex, they were screaming at him. Have you got sex? You know, pretty rough place. The police don't go there, apparently. Barbesh.
Don't go there?
The police don't go there. So I wouldn't recommend you go there. They're the real heavy ones. Anyway.
But they have very nice dates.
Huh? They have the best of dates, yeah, the best of dates. Yeah. Not sexual dates, you mean eating dates. Okay. Boga dates, yeah, they do, because they're all Arabic shops there. Let's see, where are we anyway? You get the idea, type of book, okay. Then, yeah, this is not all yesterday, by the way, but almost every marathon she does this. She buys a lot of books and distributes them herself. We reported yesterday with 125, not Maha big books, don't get too worried, 125 small books, Leela Madhuri Devi Dasi. She actually sponsored another 125, which someone else will be distributing. And then with 14 Maha big books, 1 big book, 5 medium books, 5 small books, and 2 magazines, Ekanath Prabhu. And then with 8 Maha big books, I think 8 languages, wasn't it? Really? 8 different languages?
No, it was Spanish, Italian, French, English, and Arabic.
5 different languages.
5 languages.
So altogether, 5 different languages of Bhagavad Gitas, 8 Bhagavad Gitas in all, and 3 medium, and 6 small, and 2 magazines, and 1 Arabic Gita, and 3 Arabic small books. Back to Matya. Oh. And then, how did that happen? Oh yeah, okay. With 13, oh, big score here. 13 Maha big books, 7 medium books, 2 small books, and 6 Arabic books. She's not here. Leela Manjari Devi Dasi. And then with his equal record-breaking score, and hope you're going to increase it today.
I think so I will be humiliated today.
Pardon?
I think so I will be humiliated today.
You'll be humbled? You'll be humble. You're humble every day. You're humiliated every day, don't worry. With 2 medium books and 32 Maha big books. Namacharya Prabhu. Amazing, since he doesn't speak French.
Wow.
Is that right? You haven't learned French, have you?
Just the 2 sentences.
2 sentences. This goes to show. That was mostly in Saint Michel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mostly Saint Michel. And now the big 4. The big 4. Well, they're all big. Everyone big. With 15 Maha big books, 4 medium books, and 15 Arabic books. Mahadevi Devi Dasi. Is it Mahadevi Devi Dasi or Mahadevi Dasi? Mahadevi Dasi. Okay. So that was 4th top yesterday with those Arabic books there. On fire. Leela Manjari and Mahadevi Dasi, they met these 2 wonderful Mauritian girls yesterday. They were out of this world, weren't they, those 2 girls, right? They were like from another, you don't meet people like that very often. They were just so saintly.
Yeah, they came alone actually.
Huh?
They came alone to take the books.
Yeah, they came up for the books. And, they whatever you gave them, they took it. If we'd had a Bhagavatam set, they would have taken. I said to them, would you like a Bhagavatam set? Oh, yes, please. Their first words. Leela Manjari's got their contact, so we hope maybe both of them will take it. I don't know, but they were just whatever you gave them, they just took it, and they gave donations too. It was like, you don't meet people like that very often. They were just young Mauritian girls, both working, but in Paris. Amazing.
And what was the story with the policeman?
I don't know what the story with the policeman. Who was that selling? Who sold the book to the policeman? Leela Manjari.
She's in the room.
Huh? You took the picture. Someone put it on the forum. It looked like Leela Manjari with one policeman. You took the picture, I think.
Yeah.
What was the story?
It was when
The story. What was the story?
they was going around and she stopped them.
Pardon?
They was going around,
The police.
yes, and they was like looking at us, smiling. So she just asked him, and
She stopped the police.
Yeah.
Stop! You can't come here. You're not allowed to do this here, she said to the policeman, right?
No, they was kind of friendly.
Oh, they were
Asked
friendly,
what we are doing, so
Well, we're friendly when they tell us to stop as well. So they were friendly, and then she?
yeah, she started to speak from like with one, and he was like interesting. He said that like, he was in one retreat somewhere in France, and he was wearing dhoti, the policeman. Like he showed us the photo, and
Hare Krishna retreat.
no, it was not Hare Krishna, something else.
Another yoga retreat somewhere.
Yeah, and then
He showed a picture of him with a dhoti on, the policeman. Interesting, huh? Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita.
There you go. Do you give a donation?
I don't know.
They don't usually carry cash with them, police, do they? Anyway, it's good, even if they don't. Huh?
Card.
Took a card. Eh? Yeah, many of the policemen are actually very nice people, Many times. Very nice people. Just have a job to do, Many interesting people we met yesterday. I mean, Mattia, you met that very interesting young lady yesterday. She was overwhelmed. She was bawling. I saw her crying her eyes out, practically in his lap when he gave her the Bhagavad Gita. She was a little disturbed, but very nice young lady. I mean, very, very nice person, but just, I think the material was too much for her. Overwhelmed. And many nice people yesterday. And very strange people also. Some pretty aggressive people we met yesterday as well. One guy, I thought he was going to beat the living daylights out of us. Big guy, real big. See him sometimes. He's one of those guys who hangs around Châtelet Léal. Big dreadlocks, He scratched Priyarani. I kind of had to. I mean, he didn't go for it. I kind of barged him and he went away. I was like a quarter of his size. So anyway, we'll move on. Yesterday in Toulon, guess who? 41 Mahabig books, 4 medium, 4 small, and 5 magazines. Aristanasana Prabhu. And then top 2, and absolutely, what can we say about this? This is really embarrassing. With only 35 Mahabig books, only 2 Arabic Gitas, only 36 Arabic small books. A really small day. Harini Devidasi. But showing his true colors yesterday, and I gave him a tip where to go, kind of indirectly. Should I reveal it? I can't resist it.
Yes.
She's going to curse me now. She asked me yesterday if she should go there. I said, not today. But he went there instead, the rascal. He went to Saint-Denis. With 43 Mahabig books and 90 Arabic books. Rasananda Sankirtan Das. I say Das just to try to calm him down. He's getting too puffed up there, Well, I told her, I said, if you want to do Arabic books, you go to Saint-Denis. We're not here to do Arabic books, but that's where you do your books. They're all Arabic-speaking people there. If you can't do 50 there in a day, there's something wrong with you. Did you go in a dhoti?
No.
No, that's one of the secrets. Don't wear a dhoti. You might end up without it on you. So total yesterday, 240 Maha Big Books, 1 big book, 33 magazines, no, 33 medium books, 153 small books, 16 magazines, 3 Arabic Gitas, and 152 Arabic small books, for a total book points of 1,011. Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai. Slightly less than the day before because we had a few other reports from big timers. I don't know, they didn't do anything yesterday or what, I don't know. No report was there. I don't think anything came in. So today is Saturday. Bear in mind, it's likely to rain today. Oh, it's likely to rain. What's it called? Saint-Denis is not so good in the rain. There's not much shelter there. So don't get some ideas there that, you're welcome, but as I say, you're most welcome. But you won't do much other than give out Arabic books there, to be honest. Right, Vasananda? Not many others. Huh?
I gave some Bhagavad Gitas also.
Huh? Some French? You'll do a few. I mean, there's a mixture of people there, but it's mostly Arabic. But it's not in one sense, we're not there just to do points, and of course we're not. Nice to give them the mercy. But today's likely to rain, so bear that in mind, and it's likely to rain most of the day.
From 4 should be starting.
Maybe. You can't believe any of the weather reports. I looked last night and it was, one thing. I looked today, this morning, another thing. And same even for tomorrow, it changed radically. It's like absolutely unreliable. There is likely to be, both of them say, weather now after the next few days with no rain. After maybe Tuesday or something. So then it's supposed to be fairly warm and dry. But let's see. So we can look forward to a dry, warm period. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, 1 or 2 other things. If anyone's got my red chair, I gave it to someone to bring back yesterday. That chair, I don't know where it went. It didn't come back to the book room.
Downstairs.
Where?
The top of the box is one of the Bhagavad Gita box.
Oh, is it? Okay, I'll have a look. I didn't look. I didn't know where it is. So if it's down there, that's good. Fantastic. Okay. And what else? Please, if you have any lunch needs, please see Gauranga Prema. If you're, whatever, don't make excuses or complaints when you're out there. Please see him, and he'll do his best to see that you've got some nourishing prasad, right? It's difficult when you're out there, what can he do, But try to see him before you go, or the day before. Not before you go, the day before. Say you need a little bit extra something, fruit or something or other, whatever it is, some soup or something. Temple cards, I know I didn't bring it down. There's a nice new temple card now. Please take it with you.
Yes.
Vaibhav, you were involved in it, or just Petit Pavan? Petit Pavan. Not the Yoga Lyric one. But it's funny that both the cards, Yoga Lyric one and the Temple one, Petit Pavanas, are involved. So 2 different Petit Pavanas we have here. That's that. Yep, that's a few announcements there. What time is breakfast?
8:20.
Now 8:30.
8:30 till?
11.
Oh, no rush. Sometimes it's like 8:30 till 8:35, And then we all have to fast because we'll all have broken a Ekadashi. Some people are like that, It's crazy. Fanatics, These things are okay. Prabhupada said that they're okay if you're sitting in Vrindavan and just chanting japa all day long. But when you're going on the streets of Paris, I think, or some other, transcendently holy city, a holy dham or a dham hall. When you're going out into the dham hall, and don't get so mental about all these things, Do your best. So Hare Krishna with the scores. Now we'll read Caitanya Caritamrta. Now I didn't know we were doing Caitanya Caritamrta. Thank you. Did I do it? I did it last week, I think, didn't I? Yeah, we're in this wonderful section of the Caitanya Caritamrta, which is the Adi Lila, chapter 8. And we're reading from, I can't remember where I finished off.
6.
I'm 6, yeah? I finished on 5. Yeah. That was a famous verse. Huh? Last week we read, by remembering the lotus feet of the Panchatattva, a dumb man can become a poet, a lame man can cross mountains, and a blind man can see the stars in the sky. So today, Vidura, you can remember Panchatattva?
Yes.
On Sankirtan, okay? And anyone can distribute 100 Arabic books, okay? Or anything. You can distribute books by remembering Panchatattva. Of course, they may not be good for us, so they may not give us that result. But everything's possible by the grace of the Panchatattva in the service of the Lord. We can even chant Hare Krishna by their grace. So we're going to text number 6. And is that the one on the board? Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda E sabanamane ye pandita sakal E sabanamane ye pandita sakal Tasabara vidyapata beke kalahal Tasabara vidyapata beka kolahal E sabanamane pandita sakala Tasabara vidyapata beka kolaha E sabanamane pandita sakala Tasabara vidyapata beka kolaha E sabanamane pandita sakal Tasabara vidyapata beka kolaha. Ladies. E saba. All these. Saba, huh? Na. Does not. Mane. Accept. Yea. Anyone. Pandit. So-called learned. Sakala. All. Tasabara. All of them. Vidyapata. The educational cultivation. Bheka. Of frogs. Kolahala. Tumultuous sound. Translation, purport by Srila Prabhupada. The education cultivated by so-called learned scholars who do not believe these statements of Sri Caitanya Caritamrta is like the tumultuous croaking of frogs. You okay there with the books? Yes. You've got your sets ready? Good. Croaking of frogs, kolahala. You just, so many proud university scholars and lecturers and whatever, PhDs, isn't it? Professors, speaking many big words, but here it's described, it's none other than the croaking of frogs. Walk, and everyone's busy listening to it. It wasn't probably so bad. The guy was a nice guy apparently, but with about 20 seconds of I asked Gonçalo to start the kirtan. I was setting up the books in Leal, in our usual spot. And within 20 or 30 seconds, literally, another guy set up about 10 meters away from us with a huge loudspeaker, singing so loudly. Well, he wasn't, I don't even know if he was singing, it was just a tape playing, as far as I could see. But, you know, and people were like, they were attracted to it. So loud. And he wasn't even singing in French, it was Spanish. He was singing in Spanish. Yeah. Even Ignace was getting excited. Started dancing. Yeah. Anyway, his book distribution improved after that, actually. He wasn't doing very well up to that time. And anyway, it just certain people are attracted to that, you know. An old guy, not even singing practically, he's just playing a tape. Loud music. Those are, you know, it's like crows, huh? Subject matter for crows. They're not interested in swan-like literature. They want this garbage, rubbish literature, whatever, rubbish subject matters. The croaking of frogs in the rainy season resounds very loudly in the forest. I don't know, you don't hear it too much. We hear it in Mayapur a little bit in the lake, if you happen to be near the lake. Not much left of that now. There's no frogs anymore, I don't think. But used to hear it sometimes when it was raining, you know, down there. But sometimes you hear it, but especially in the tropics, if any of you have been there, if it's rainy season, the frogs, they just go crazy. It goes on for all night, all day practically. And what does the Bhagavatam say they're doing? Huh? They're calling the snakes, here I am, come eat me. They're all calling, here I am, Maya, come punish me. Come swallow me. Whoa, Maya, please swallow me, Maya. They're all rushing into the mouth of Maya, basically. Eager. Maya's so powerful, huh? Attracting everyone's attention like anything, huh? Isn't it? Captivated. Even if they know they can't, well, we may be in the same position. If you know, you're still captivated. You know, even though sufficient, what's that? Deha patya tradishu, atmasanyasva satsapi. Even though sufficiently learned, you can see it all around you. Everyone's dying, everyone's suffering. People are not happy. They're frustrated. They're struggling. A little bit of relief now and again. But still they insist on carrying on. Oh, my life, so much suffering. And still they won't take to Krishna consciousness. Still insist on being in Maya. Like Prabhupada describes them, like another example he gives. What is that? Something to do with stool. Huh? Flies are attracted to stool, but there's one even more. I said that even though they may even know that, you know, it's suffering, still they're attached. The worms in stool. You know, there are certain creatures, the worm, stool worm, and you take them out, they're trying to get back in there as quick as they can. They're addicted to stool. They love it. Just like the beggars. Many of these bums on the street, you know, they can't eat the cookie. They can't touch it. They don't want to, they just, 3 or 4 times that happened yesterday. You took those. What did they tell you? Huh?
You are taking all my money because we was doing arena close to them, and they was jealous because they see like people give us money, and at the end I want to give them some food, and they say no, you to give me my money. I don't want your food. Get out of here.
Very unfortunate. Yes. You did great. I mean, we get exceptions. That friend, that guy. Some of you have been on the Saturday Harinam where you see this. There's this one The real bum he's always intoxicated. I don't know what he's on, but he's like a short kind of black guy, and he's got like hair all over the place, and he goes around like this. He goes on the floor like. He was there dancing with us for about 30 minutes, you know. But he's really cool. He never takes a penny. In fact, he's even given donations in the past from his collection. Ekanath met another guy. This is a nice story. Listen to this one. This kind of street guy, he was poverty-stricken, but he had a few euros from his, begging. He gave it all to Ekanath Prabhu, and Ekanath gave him a Gita, and he had nothing left. And he came over nearby us. He kind of slumped down next to the table there, and within about 2 minutes, some guy came along and just gave him a big bag of, what was it? Couscous. Then someone else came along, no asking, he was slumped there, gave him another bag of something else. Then we gave him something that someone gave us. He got like more food than he couldn't eat it all.
No, I couldn't.
So I'm going to save this for tomorrow.
Yeah.
He had more food than probably normally gets in a week practically, within 5 minutes of giving him all of his money. And Krishna immediately reciprocated with him. See? But most of them, he was a nice guy. But most of them, they're not into it, not at all. So that's the croaking of frogs, they just want money and sex and material sense gratification. And they love it. Bang, bum, 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 wow, wow, wow. Was he singing that Spanish guy that I lament? What was he saying? I lament terribly when my girlfriend doesn't turn up on time or something he was singing. Something along those lines. It's all about mundane sense gratification entirely, but people love to hear it. They're like worms in stool. Here in Prabhupada says here, the result is that the snakes, hearing the croaking in the darkness, approach the frogs and swallow them. So you get swallowed. And we all had the universal form in the Bhagavad Gita. Swallowed by time. There's interesting. Everyone is, basically in this world, everyone is serving time, isn't it? You've got to do it. Rushing. I've got no time. I'm you're trying to squeeze everything in. Now, there's a term. Now, if probably none of you have spent time in prison. Has anyone spent time in prison? We won't embarrass you in this assembly. But some of us have. And they actually call it in English serving time. That's the term. I've been serving time. That simply means you've been in prison. But actually everyone's serving time. Everyone's under the control of time. Isn't it amazing? Everyone's very eager to serve time. And what does time do? Kill you. Time kills everyone. But we serve time without stop. Very determinedly. Right to the last moment, people are serving time. I've got to squeeze it in to the last minute. Some form of sense gratification to the last minute, even though I've got 10 minutes left. And they're on death row in the prison. They say, what's your last request? And you're supposed to ask for some, pizza or whatever you like to eat or something. You're supposed, apparently, I don't know if they still do that, but they used to give you your last request, food. And then they kill you after enjoying your last squeeze. It's such an unfortunate life people lead, so unfortunate. Even though they may get what they want, ultimately you get killed. It's all over. Sorry, game up. Game up. They don't realize there's another life, and they don't want to know about it. There's so much in the stool, in the darkness of material existence. So devotees we may not be realized so much either, but at least we're embracing the path of realization and trying to give out that knowledge, which may help to wake some people up eventually. If not immediately, at least it's a start. And otherwise they're just wallowed in darkness, and they're really in darkness. Nowadays you can hardly communicate with them. They're all, as I said yesterday, they all got these plugs in their ear. They're in another world. They're not even the world they're in, they're like in another world. Another illusion within the illusion. It's like becoming such a, they say, conditioning is becoming stronger and stronger, deeper and deeper. Similarly, the so-called educated vibrations of the tongues, and Prabhupada uses the very same thing we mentioned here, the tongues of university professors who do not have spiritual knowledge is like the croaking of frogs. So if any of you are going to university, studying there, you can just say that to your professor. Excuse me, professor, your speaking is like the croaking of a frog. You won't last very long in the university, probably. Yeah, isn't it? Everyone there is, I mean, we saw that on, some of you, Ananda was with us, Eleanor was with us, Priya Rani is with us. She, by the way, Priya Rani, make sure she gets more sleep, please, Vasumati. She didn't sleep the night before last. She got to sleep more. I hope she's sleeping now.
She gives a class.
Huh?
She doesn't. She gives a class at yoga lyric training.
She's given the class at Yoga Lyric. She hardly slept. An hour, less than that. And then she's out all day. She needs more sleep. Try to put her to sleep, okay? I don't mean literally, but I mean try to make her, give her some more sleep.
But if you don't do it literally, she will not do.
No, I mean, in English, putting someone to sleep is another terminology, which is finishing them off altogether. We don't mean that at all. Not at all. He's a dynamite. She's such a wonderful devotee. But she's a little hyper, and I think probably because she doesn't sleep enough, probably. What to do? Enthusiasm personified. Yeah. Anyway, many more stories are there, many more instances are there. I mean, I guess we have to get ready to go if you're going on Sankirtan. We thank you all for performing this yagya and for Prabhupada, and pleasure of our acharyas, the pleasure of Lord Chaitanya, the pleasure of your Guru Maharajas, the pleasure of the Vaishnavas, and we hope for your pleasure too. Sankirtan is tough, but when you let go, it's really blissful, isn't it? It's a different type of pleasure. And sometimes when you're not doing very many, you get the most pleasure. I've not experienced that, but I've heard others experience that. I'm never doing many, so I don't know what the difference is. I have no experience of anything else, at least not for a long time. But it's very, what do you think, Jiva Pran? Isn't it pleasing to see people and interact with people and see them taking the books? Yes, Lord Nityananda is very pleased when you preach to the Jagais and Madhais. You know, he's our Acharya. I mean, let's face it, Lord Chaitanya gave him that directive, he'll go to Bengal and preach to the dacoits, right? Basically. So basically he's our Sankirtan Acharya, you know, Lord Nityananda. We're trying to follow in his footsteps and trying to give, somehow or another, get people to chant Hare Krishna, or get them to give a donation, get them to take a book, or at least see the book, do something which will help them, or hear the name, to begin their spiritual lives. Something, prasadam. It's not a Kadashi today, so don't feel worried. We'll have cookies, and you can eat cookies if you want, by the way. Even if you broke fast yesterday, don't get mental. Any quick comments or questions? Namacharya is going to finish his quota before he goes back to New Mayapur. I didn't tell you your quota. I set a quota for you. I'll tell you what it is. These are just theoretical quotas. Vasananda asked me, but it was like so difficult. We didn't even know who was going on Sankirtan until, and even now we don't know some of the devotees, if they're coming with us or not. We don't really know. Some of our big guns have still not declared anything. So I have this chart which I keep, which has 4 colors. One is like a fawn color, one's a red, one's a green, and one's a blue. The fawn ones means devotees who are on target for their quota. And the red ones are devotees who are not on target for their quota. Not that there's anything wrong with that, by the way. The green ones are No, the green ones are, no, the four ones may be on target, the green ones are definitely on target, the red ones don't appear to be on target, and the blue ones have already reached their quota. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 devotees, no more than 5, there's about 40 who've already reached their quota. Can you believe it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then about another 15 there, 29. Yeah, there's 40 devotees who've reached their quota already. But they didn't have one to start with, most of them. They'd done one magazine, they've reached their quota because they never had one. But there are some devotees who did have a quota, or didn't have a quota for various reasons, did or didn't, but have exceeded their quotas by a large number. And anyway, in that, let's just see what Namacharya's quota is. And then we'll go to see where you're standing right now. You're sitting in the temple room right now. Let's see where you stand. And here we are for the marathon. Nama Acharya Prabhu, where are you? There you are. You're halfway to your quota. Oh.
For me, weekend is the worst days.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember Panchatattva, even though don't worry about it. We're not going to enforce the quota on you, but you've got a whole 3 weeks left. 3 weeks. You can do some out there as well. Whatever you can do here, I know you have to go back to New Mayapur soon, but never know. Go into the shops. You can give out some books. Don't worry about money. We'll work it out afterwards. So others, everyone's doing really well. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Only me, I'm like miles below my quota. But what to do? Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Have a great day. Dancing and singing in the rain. If it rains. Is it raining now? Is it raining? Is it raining?
Yeah.
It's supposed to rain, as they say, up to whatever time.